If you're thinking about becoming a real estate agent because you've seen people posting luxury cars, making six figures, or even posting luxury homes, $1 million homes, and you want that lifestyle, then I need you to stop what you're doing and watch the entirety of this video. Being a real estate agent could absolutely change your life. It has created financial freedom for millions of people, including me. But what social media doesn't show you is the stress, the rejections, the long hours and months that you spend working, and you might not even make a single dollar. So in today's video, I'm going to tell you the absolute truth about being a real estate agent. The good, the bad, the ugly, just so that you guys can determine whether or not this career is right for you. So let's start off by why so many people choose real estate. The unlimited or uncapped income. This honestly is probably the biggest reason. Unlike a traditional job where your salary is usually fixed, in real estate, your income have no ceiling. If you sell a $300,000 house with 3% commission, before your broker split, the gross income is going to be $9,000. After split fees and taxes, your take home is going to be much less. But it's still possible to earn more in one transaction that most jobs pay you in a month. And if you sell more than one homes a month, your income could grow significantly. So honestly, that's what attracts most people. Another reason why people join real estate or want to be an agent is because you have a lot of freedom. You don't have someone telling you when to clock in. Let's just say you want to take a Tuesday off. You could take your Tuesday off. If you want to work from home, you go work from home. There's a lot of freedom and flexibility, and a lot of people love that about just doing real estate. What people don't understand is that freedom doesn't mean that you get less work. Oftentimes, just you having freedom to do certain things, that's just more work on you. You have a lot more work and a lot more responsibility. One of the most rewarding part about this career is that you're helping people achieve something that they've always dreamed of for years. You will help first-time home buyers buy their first home. You will also help families move into better neighborhoods. You will help investors build wealth, and they can also help you build wealth. And those moments are in fact incredible rewarding. And also every day is different. You're not sitting in the office for an entire day doing the same thing over and over and over. You're doing this Monday, and you have to do the same thing again Tuesday. Every day is different. One day you're showing luxury homes, and the next day you might be writing up some offers and sending offers over. And then today you might be filming videos like what I'm doing today. You also could be meeting new clients. You could be networking. You could even be touring neighborhoods. And if you love just having a variety of different things that you're doing and just not having a set schedule and being around the table, then that's a great career to get into. There's going to be months or even days where you make $0. Yes, $0. It's funny because this is probably the biggest shock when it comes to new agents. You don't get paid hourly. You don't get a yearly or monthly salary. You only get paid when a deal is closed. So if you're not closing any deals or you don't have any clients, you're not closing any transaction, that means you're not getting paid. So you know what that means. You could be working with a client for 4 months, showing them 30, 40 different houses, write up 5 offers, sending them over, and then your client's like, hey, I don't think I want to buy anymore. I don't think this is the right time. And you know what that means? That means you get $0. You're not getting no reduced pay. You're not getting no minimum wage. You're not getting nothing. You're getting $0 because you only make money when a deal closes. Guys, I got to put this out there. The first year is always brutal. Many new agents don't even close a deal for the first 7 months, 8 months, even 9 months. It happens. Luckily, I closed my first deal within like a month or two. But after that first deal, I didn't close no more deal my first year. Even if you're not closing any deals, that doesn't mean that the bills stop coming. You know, you still have bills. You still have your car payments. You still have phone payments. You still have mortgage. You still have your rent. You still have gas, photography. You have, you know, whatever bills that you need to be able to live. Those are still happening on a day-to-day basis. So if you're not closing deals, then you're not going to be able to cover your bills. So what I always tell agents is, if you just get into real estate and you don't have a lot of connections, you don't have a lot of clients, I always say get like a part-time job that's flexible where, you know, if you're not closing deals, you could always use your part-time job income to cover your bills, just to keep you going and keep you not going crazy, right? Because we don't want to go crazy. Another thing that we have to talk about is most of my weekend is gone as a real estate agent. When you get into real estate, most of your weekends are going to be gone as well, because you got to understand that most buyers and sellers, they have a regular job, right? A 9 to 5 job, which nothing is wrong with. They have a regular job, so most of their daytime, they have to be at work, and then once they get off work, they have to be at home with their family. So most people are free on the weekends. So on the weekends, that's when they want to go out, they want to see houses, they want to explore different options when it comes to real estate. So the weekends are usually going to be your more busy days. This is where you're going to be showing houses, you're going to be writing offers, you're going to be taking phone calls, you're going to be hosting open houses, you're going to go out, record houses, try to market yourself. This is when you're really going to be working the most. So don't think that, you're going to have the freedom to, you do have the freedom to work or not. You decide whether or not you want to work, but this is supposed to be your most busy days, the weekend. So keep that into consideration. One of the big things that happen all the time in real estate is that clients could disappear. That's normal, guys. You could be working with a client for weeks or even months, showing them houses, thinking everything is going good, and then they just completely disappear and work or even buy a house with a different agent. It happens. You know, it's just a part of the business. What I always say is, before you start showing houses or start driving around with client, always make them sign a buyer's representation that shows that you and them are in, agreement to work together for a certain period of time. So, that kind of run other agents away, because they always ask, hey, are you working with a realtor? Do you have a buyer's rep sign? So that could help you. But buyers do disappear. Sometimes they might want to work with you, and then they might change their mind saying they don't want to work with you. So that's normal. So keep that into consideration, guys. Also, rejection is normal. I think that's a normal thing in this business, right? So if rejection hurts your feelings or you get scared of rejections, then real estate is definitely going to test you. In order to get clients, you have to reach out to people. Whether that might be calling people, emailing people, talking face to face. Like, you're gonna have to put yourself out there. You're gonna have to talk to people, and you're gonna hear no a lot. People are gonna say no. Sometimes I call, and I used to cold call a lot, but I kind of stopped because I'm starting to generate so much clients from my social media. But when I used to cold call a lot of people, I used to get cursed out, like, hey, get the F off my phone, don't call me. There's a lot of craziness going on. So if you're scared of rejections, then real estate is definitely going to test you. Even let's just say you guys find a house, you help work with a client, you find a house, you guys went under contract, and now it's inspection, and the inspection report come back really bad. Your client might decide that they want to back out because of what they found in the inspection report. So deals do fall apart. Things happen, right? It happens to experienced agents, non-experienced agents. Deals fall out all the time. It's part of the business. You just have to have like a strong mentality, like, you know what, next, on to the next. And that's just how it is, guys. Here's what nobody tells you, though. You're not just selling houses, you're running a business, guys. You're running a business. So that means that you're going to be more responsible for a lot more things compared to if you're working for someone else. They'll be responsible for their business. But this is your business. This is a legit business that needs marketing. It needs all the things that a business needs to operate. So don't think of it just as I'm selling real estate. Think of it as I have a business. I have family that I need to help, and you will become successful, guys. One of the main things we have to talk about is that no one's going to hand you clients. It's just not happening. No one's going to be like, here's the client, go close the deal. No, that's not happening. You're going to have to go find your own clients, do your own marketing, close your own deals. Yeah, you might have a mentor that helps you throughout the process, but no one is hand feeding you clients. That's not possible. That's not happening. So be prepared to really go out there, grind, be determined, and get some clients. So when you're in real estate, social media is going to be your best friend. Social media is my best friend. This is how I get majority of my clients. I remember back in the days, people used to mostly get their clients from either door knocking or referrals. I used to do that sometimes. I used to go in my neighborhood and knock on everyone's door. Hi, I'm Anthony. I'm a realtor in the area. They're looking at me crazy. So yeah, it's not the olden days anymore. People are making videos. Videos go all over the world, right? So make videos, get as much eyes on yourself, get a lot of views, let people know what you do, right? And then people reach out to you if they like you or they trust you. So social media, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, whatever social media you use it, and just let people know what you do, right? Yeah. And guys, I'm always transparent. I'm always honest with you guys. Real estate is emotionally exhausting. That's just the truth. I'm not gonna sit here and say it's not, because it is. I'm not gonna say it's easy, because it's not. I'm not gonna say that, whatever you put into it, that's what you're gonna get out of it. So you could literally be helping a client for 6 months, and then 2 days before closing, the deal fall apart because you guys couldn't obtain financing, right? Um, you guys could be looking at 30 different houses, and you find that one house that you really like, and then when the inspection report come back, it's really bad, that the client don't even want to continue with the house because there's just so much things wrong with the house, not just on the outside or not even on the inside, but like actually inside of the house, like behind the walls, you know what I mean? So things happen. You might be excited to close a deal, and then before the deal closes, deals fall apart. So that's another thing to be prepared for. And here's the truth that no one wants to talk about. Most agents, when they get into real estate, they don't fail because they're bad agents. Most times they fail because they just simply ran out of money to begin with before their momentum starts to build up. You're spending so much money, you're not making money until the deal closes. So you're putting a lot of money into the business. And then when you feel like you're running out of money, you can't really keep investing because you haven't closed a deal. The business itself rewards consistency. So if you show up every day, make your calls, make videos, or whatever you do to prospect and get clients, if you do that every day, you're going to get clients. Eventually, you're going to get clients. Most agents that make it, it's not because they're smart. You don't need a high GPA in high school. You don't need a college degree, top rank in college. You don't need that. You just need to show up each and every day, just giving it 100%, 110%, 120%. Always looking to learn, be open-minded, follow up with clients, improving yourself, learn as much as possible, and then eventually it's gonna happen, right? So if you just keep your head down, be open-minded and learn, and show up every day, you're going to make it. So is real estate really worth it? In my opinion, I would say absolutely. Real estate is completely worth it, right? Only if you're willing to show up every day and treat it like it's an actual business. You're not going to show up, oh, I feel like doing this today. I don't feel like doing that today. I want to do this today. I don't want to do that today. You have to be consistent in whatever you're doing. You can't treat it like it's a side hustle, right? You're not selling, you're not selling lemonade at a park or something. This is a real business. I'm not saying, selling lemonade is a real business, but you got to treat it like it's a real business. It's not a career where the money is just showing up right away. It takes time for the money to show up. It takes time. To close a deal, it takes minimum 30 days, right? Once you find a house that you like, it takes 30 days to close a deal. So, at least minimum 30 days, you're going to get a check or get money. So you just have to be disciplined, consistent, and patient with whatever you do, and just keep working, right? If you keep working, I promise you're going to see the results. And if you're looking for easy money, I don't think real estate is going to be for you because it's not easy money. What else, guys? I'm trying to make sure I'm giving you guys all the information. I feel like I'm at my point in my career where, I'm getting so much clients just from me being consistent and showing up every day, writing up offers every day, getting new clients every day, showing houses every day, getting sellers every day, you know. So I'm at a point where I'm good. I'm good. So if I could do it, you guys could also do it too. Promise you, I'm not no genius. I'm not no scientist. I'm not no 4.0 GPA. That's not me, right? I just show up each and every day, be consistent, and be open-minded and learn about families and what they like and what they enjoy in different cultures. And yeah, guys, as always, if you like the video, if you like the transparency, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn the bell on. Thank you for watching the video. Thank you for being a part of my journey. As always, love you guys.